So if you're a student who shares a laptop or a desktop computer at their house with other people at the house, like a mom or a dad or brother or sister, this is the video for you to watch so that you can make sure that you load your read and write for Google Chrome on your Chrome browser. So if you don't share a device, if you don't share a laptop or a desktop computer with a family member, then don't bother to watch this video. All right, so here we go. I have already done the SSO deal. I typed in sso.conroeisd.net. I signed in on the sign in window, and now I'm on my home page with all these little tiles or buttons. So, of course, as usual, the first thing I do is I click on my Google Drive. So, here is my Google Drive. And so, here's where it gets tricky. You have your browser open, and if it's actually your browser, you will see your picture or your initials up in the upper right corner here, and you will also see them right here, because this in the very upper right corner, this little circle is indicating that this is really your browser. It's your Chrome browser that you get to personalize. Personalize means make it your own. This button right here, when I mouse over it, you can see that it is my account, and this is actually my Google Drive account, which is a little bit different than Chrome. Chrome is your browser. This is your Google Drive where you keep and store your documents and you create documents. So, since we're talking about adding it to our Chrome browser, you have to make sure that this picture here is exactly the same as this picture here. Or these initials here are the same initials that are here. Because if these two things match, that's awesome. But if these things don't match, you're going to have some problems. So mine matches. So now what I do is I'm going to go over to this dark gray puzzle piece. It's where my extensions are stored. And Conroe ISD already added this extension, but you need to make it show up on your browser. So you click on the dark gray puzzle piece. You come down here to read and write for Google Chrome. You'll see a push pin that's white instead of blue. So click on that to make it blue. And then the other thing you need to do is you need to add Screenshot Reader, which does something similar to read and write for Google Chrome. So click on this push pin. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but it added them right up here. We're going to close this window. This X gets clicked. Now you have those two small purple tools, little tiny buttons on your Chrome browser. And what does it do? So let's say I'm going to a document. Maybe it's a document that I made, but maybe it's a document that somebody else made, like my teacher. So if you want to have help reading this document, you can put your cursor where you want it to start reading. You go to the little purple puzzle piece that has an RW there. And then when you click on that, it opens up this little drop-down menu. And when I click on the play button, it starts going ahead and reading those words for you. If you want to pause it to think about what the person or the system is reading to you, then you pause. If you want it to start again, you just press the pause button again, and you'll hear that it keeps going on. When you're ready to stop, you can click on the stop button. Another added feature that I really like is that I can highlight a word. You can see on my screen I'm highlighting a word. Then I can come up here to the dictionary. It looks like a little book. It's an icon that looks like a book. I click on that, and it will give me a definition of that, which is awesome. And I can do a lot of other things that I won't explain here, highlighting obviously, and you can just play around to see what it does and explore. But it's not just for Google Docs. So this tool also reads websites back to you. So if you get to a website like this one called Tween Tribune, you can highlight what you want it to read to you and then click on the play button. and it will read back to you. You can always pause and then also stop. Completely ends the activity. When you're taking a quiz in Canvas or doing an assignment in Canvas, it's really easy to use the read and write for Google Chrome. Click up there where the puzzle piece is, that purple puzzle piece. You can click on the play button, or you can highlight what you want the system to read and then click the play button. And then the system will start reading that back to you. So it's a great tool. Obviously, if it doesn't work with read and write for Google, you can always take that screenshot reader and click on the screenshot and do the screenshot reader instead. All right, I hope this helps you. Thanks for listening.